Hey y'all, dedicated father here. Quick story for you. So I was with my 4-year-old and we're cruising down the road, and this is a two-part story for you actually. Cruising down the road and she's on her bike. I started her on a balance bike and then was just gonna go straight to a regular bike, no training wheels. And a buddy of mine at the fire station, he had given me a bike from his daughter. It's like, oh, it's perfect size for her. Well, come to find out, it's just a tad too big. It's like the next size up of where she should be, so she can't reach the ground. So I got to leave the training wheels on there for her. Otherwise, I can't. She's too independent. She'll try to take off. So I'm still running with her up and down the block, getting her used to pedaling and all. And our road is on a slight hill downwards. So I we're going, and all of a sudden I hear someone talking. I look to my right, and my oldest daughter has a friend a few doors down, and her dad's out there with his baby. And he's like, hey, man. I was like, hey, what's going on? Meanwhile, my daughter suddenly, after we just did really well with the brakes, suddenly forgets what brakes are. And he's asking about, hey, you got Ainsley? What do we got a birthday party going on coming up soon. We want to make sure she can join the swim party. It's like, yeah, no problem. We'll make sure. That sounds great. And I swore he said this weekend, as in like today after church. So we had a rodeo last night and we're all tired. They're all home sleeping. I'm about to walk into church, and I'm like, okay, well, about that time, my youngest not only forgets the brakes, she forgets, steering too. So she just right into the curb. And about that time, it's like, I go running as best I can with my back right now. And she hits the curb, goes over the handlebars, but her right arm gets stuck to the handlebars. So she lands on her palm and her helmet, like just boom. And it's so hard not to laugh. And then poor Justin, he feels so awful about it. I'm texting him right now about it. He feels like, oh my gosh, my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. I'm like, nah, man, I should have grabbed her, came back to you, finished conversation. Yeah, it happens. Next time she'll remember. And so, but how I finish that scenario is my daughter's upset. I love her, console her, make sure she's good, everything's good. She's, we're good, no concussions, hands not bleeding, we're fine. But I made her get back on her bike and finish it on the way home. And she thought that was so mean. Everyone thought I was so mean for it. But my intent for that is so that way when we go out there to do this again, she's not terrified of that bike, right? If she doesn't get back on it, then she's just, nope, it's going to go off to the side. So, well, then flash, that was Friday. Here we are Sunday. And stinking, I'm trying to figure out how to get a present for his daughter and then get my daughter where she's supposed to be. But I'm at church, so my girlfriend's gonna help out with the present so I can come home, and then I'm gonna get her changed. She's gonna run down there so they can jump in the pool and have a good old time. And I text him and said, hey, my girlfriend's in charge of the gift. Don't know exactly what you're gonna get, but sorry in advance. I asked her this morning if, I was like, hey, we'll just get like a Sonic gift card or something like that. She's like, no, I gotta figure it out. I'm gonna go to Starbucks, get her a $10 gift card and a mug. I'm 35 and I would love that gift. And I was like, oh Lord, okay. Because I know he's like me. We try not to shop at certain places and also pound a whole bunch of, definitely no caffeine, but a whole bunch of sugar down our kids, right? So I'm like, oh Lord, okay. So I text him that and he's like, oh, that's fine, man. Whatever she gets, it doesn't matter. It's not about the gifts. But it's next weekend. I'm like, all this, like, built up of stress and scheduling and trying to figure everything out, and I'm like, all for nothing. And then I'm like, oh no, she's with her mom next weekend. So now I gotta hope mom takes her, because now I got a heartbroken girl that she's not going to a swim party. But I'll handle that. But it's even funnier because then he texts, he's like, still feel bad about your other daughter, falling. I hope she gets on that bike again soon. I'm like, no, man, I met her right at home. But it just cracks me up. I had to tell you all about that. And there's lessons to be learned there. A couple of them. Get back on the bike when you fall off. And there it is again, Chris. I'm sorry, I yawned on y'all. But and then on top of that, we need to make better judgment calls. I should have picked her up and then finished the conversation. I shouldn't have tried to stop, have a conversation, and parent. It just didn't work. So I'm about to head into church and get my fuel for the week, y'all. But I hope every one of y'all have an amazingly blessed day and enjoyed that story. Please like, subscribe, share. We're starting to get some new subs on here. It's growing. I know it's still tiny, but it's growing quickly, percentage wise. So I'm excited about that. Y'all, please enjoy your day. Be strong, raise them right.